I am a professional animator. You guys may know my work from Genshin Impact stuff or from Ruby Volume 3 and a bunch of other things. But today, you guys wanted me to watch Honkai Impact 3rd animations, so we're gonna try to figure out who has the best ultimate animation in the game. Let's try to do this. Wait, that's actually sick. I feel like it can be better if you exaggerated the focal length even more, like Seal and Star Rail. You can get something like this, which would feel so much cooler, to be honest. So I think it's kind of mid. It could be better. Kiana is probably a B. We start all these with Bs, but honestly, they just are. Holy sh! I like this. This is a really cool composition. The camera shake works really well with the effects, so good job. This is the other Kiana, right? That's an A. Yo, guys, impact frames, let's go. Dude, these are so pretty. Dude, holy shit, bro. Dude, honestly, this was a pretty mid ult. There's a lot of things that are wrong with it, but those impact frames go hard. Take a look at this. We still have the same dead eye look, which is not great. Like, we should do something about that. Other than that, like, this feels a little weird. Like, it kind of cuts off at the end. Like, I'd like to see the tip of the sword, ideally. So it'd be nice if it was more like this. You see that? It's like, that feels a little bit better. This is a bit of a missed opportunity for silhouette here. You could have had the sword here in a really sort of dynamic pose with like the arm here. That would give you so much more anticipation than whatever this small sliver of sword is. If she had that, it could have been pretty good, but alas. I'm gonna give it a B. Effects are gorgeous though. Absolutely gorgeous. Ka-ching? I mean, the pose is really not that great. It's just sort of a blob. Like, you don't really see like the silhouette of the character. Like, imagine this if you had like a better silhouette. I don't know, like something like this. Right? Like, that's a cool silhouette. But like what they have here doesn't really read well, especially as a slow-mo shot. And then on top of that, the landing pose could definitely be better if they sort of like landed her a bit more like this. You see that? Same pose, better silhouette. This one is honestly a C. Maybe even a D. Yo! What the f- Holy shit! Whoa, bro, no way. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. This beginning here, great start. And then the amazing transition from like her pose into the dragon here. She like goes up, boom, dragon. Fantastic. The great Dutch angle here too is a really, really cool choice because you really want to destabilize the audience there. You want to make them feel like something is influencing the land. I like that. S? Now, the reason why I don't rank it like an SS, her line of action is supposed to go from right to left here. It's implying that you're going to get a slash like this. And then you go to the next frame and it goes down, which is not great. So they really should have animated it here to have her be doing a downward strike if you wanted that to properly carry over. I'm gonna put her on S still. She gave me a very genuine reaction. She deserves it. Yo, what the hell was that? It's so busy that you actually don't really know what's going on. So these are what we call tangents in like animation and art and stuff. It's when you have two silhouettes overlapping each other and you can't really tell them apart. These blobs kind of blend in together and you don't really see like what's going on. Ideally, you have this person separate and you have like this guy separate. So like if this guy was over there, then great. But unfortunately, he's not. So it reads a lot less clear than it could. But it is a really cool shot. Like, it feels good. It feels busy, but it feels a little bit too unclear for me. So I'm gonna give it a B. Is this Bronya? Oh, it is Bronya. Yo! Yes! Dude, that was sick. Holy shit. The composition on this is beautiful. This like gives you a really cool sense of scale along with like a very strong anticipation on the right. Oh, so good, dude. I'm gonna put this in low SS because it's basically perfect. The only thing that this thing does wrong, I wish it had more of like a sudden ramp up of speed rather than a slow ramp up of speed, but it's really, really good. So it gets an SS, but it's a low SS. That was pretty meh. It wasn't bad. I actually really like the silhouette on this one, so I'll give it points. Like, this is a good silhouette. Like, that's a good silhouette. It's very clear what's going on. It's very clear what's going on here. Like, overall, still pretty lackluster, so I can't give it higher than a C, but it's a C. Who was that? Dude. Oh, grown up. This is also Bronya? Bruh! So the reason why this isn't perfect is because the camera shake is too strong. That's literally the only reason. So the camera shake is too strong, so it actually pushes this thing out of the frame in a way that like feels a bit distracting to the rest of it, but it ultimately feels great. Silverwing, you're an SS. Where the hell are you? I'm gonna spend the next 5 minutes looking for you. I'm gonna hunt you down and I'm gonna put you in your place, which is above everyone else. Oh, this one. This is Silverwing. She is the top one so far. Silverwing is actually goated. go. Hey, that was good. So honestly, the two things that stand out to me here is like, this is a great pose. Great line of action, really consistent with how everything's moving. This is just gorgeous. I mean, that's just a really cool effect. And then also, I think, especially with these character-driven animations, you really want to see her face. She does have a bit of dead eye, but it's seen for just a short time. It's kind of forgivable. This is a great angle of her face. Like, show the character's faces when you do these ultimates. I think it's really, really worth it. So she gets an A. Honestly, maybe even an S, because like, it's really solid. Pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong. It starts out really strong. I have high expectations for her, and then I'm let down. This is a great beginning. Great silhouette, great strong start. Really clear what it's supposed to do until here. It goes out of frame into the ground. The Phoenix should be here in the frame, like straight up, like boom, like that's what you want to see. And then when you get to this point, like you actually get like an explosion where the Phoenix lands. So I'm gonna give her, I want to say B. So this is a fantastic pose. This also a really, really good pose. So like you're getting these amazing poses. The camera shake, the effects, the ink droplet at the end. That's got to be the best one so far. She's an SS. You're joking me, dude. There's no way. It's so good, but it's so simple. Jesus. Holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Okay, yeah, that's SS, dude. That we have to count that. The animation after that is so good. Even though it's not the cinematic part of it, I can't not do that, bro. Fu Hua, you are literally breaking this tier list. I cannot stress enough. Bro, that was so good. That was crazy. Yo, who the hell is that? Senti is Fu Hua with sentience transformation. It's still Fu Hua. How? Okay, it's just her with a different weapon. Okay, good job. Good job. You did good. I'm just gonna pat you on the head there. A little extra reassurance. That was a really, really smooth animation. Just great posing, great silhouettes, great impact, great camera angles. And then afterwards, you also have some really good effects here with the little ghost guy in the back. And then the final smash of the combo, really good. She is an S. Bro, what? Bro, what? Who the heck is this? Electro Rita? This is crazy, dude. Electro Rita probably gets a high A. I think she's good. Anticipation, let's go. Great pose here at the beginning. Good face focus, decent enough. And then this right here, really cool pose at the end too. Yeah, this is really, really good. She's an S, maybe even an SS. And for no real reason except for that it's just kind of perfect at the moment. There's nothing like wrong with it, so I like it a lot. Okay, let's talk about this one. This is really cool. That was a little lackluster on the camera work. It's just rotating around a point that doesn't seem to be very important. What are we looking at, right? There's nothing here. And then right here, you actually have too much camera shake once again. So you're actually losing a little bit of this clarity, a little bit of that momentum because the camera shake is convoluting it here. You kind of see the character and then like right when you orient yourself, the camera starts to be like, oh, actually we're gonna go this way now. It's not quite as clear as I would like for the final impact. And so I'm gonna give her an A. How do I feel about this one? This is an interesting one. This could have been so good, but there's nothing in this frame, bro. If there was a transition frame here where like the blade was here instead, like clearly in view, moving upwards as well to get that momentum transfer, this would have been a pretty strong contender. Rosa, you are honestly maybe top C. The ending is so good though. I gotta give her a B. So there's two Rosas. The twin ult is actually pretty mediocre. We don't actually get to see a slash or anything. Ideally, we would actually be able to see at least something like directional, but they just kind of blow the whole camera out, so you don't really see this slash. So all the momentum they built up kind of goes to waste. And from there, like, it's not very clear where the character is after you zoom out. So you actually lose all orientation of like where the strike landed. Is it a D? Honestly, maybe. Yeah, it's just super unclear at the end. Concept is good, but the execution could have been better. Oh, I want to like this one, but there's one problem with it. So this part right here is just a little bit too stiff for the arcs on like how she like transfers over here. So you'll see this arc here in a sec. That hook into it is what made it feel just a little bit weightless. I shouldn't say weightless because she's floating. It makes her feel a little bit unnatural, like she's disobeying the laws of physics. It's an S, but it's not an SS. Okay, there's a problem here though. She's facing this way. She's attacking to the right, and then she's attacking to the left, and then she's attacking upwards to the left. Really, really messy, to be honest. If it wasn't that messy, it would feel amazing. Also, this silhouette is a little confusing. Like if we had the head more visible here, I'd be able to read that this is a person more easily. Right now, I actually don't know what this shape is. Like, that doesn't look like a person, you know what I mean? It could have been really, really good. This could have easily been an SS. I can't quite give it that credit fairly. Yeah, that was good. First of all, amazing composition here on the beginning. And then like this right here, this is what I'm talking about when you have really strong directional slashes. Like this is what Rosa and her twin could have had, which is like a far more directional effect there at the end. For the slash, this feels good. I wish we had that for a couple other characters. It's not done? Wait, what do you mean it's not done? This actually makes it worse. Oh no, she was doing so good. This right here is okay, but the sword is like over here. Why? You see this amazing opportunity to have this focal length here where you have like the sword fill in this space with a perfect follow through with the slash. There's a lot of negative space here that is begging to be filled. If the sword was there, this would be perfect. Putting the sword up there, I have to take away points. Because it didn't move all the way over here, this spot already felt kind of busy because of how close this was to it. There's a big difference between this arrow and this arrow, right? It didn't impress me, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is the sexiest ultimate I've seen today by far. So we have this really cool slow-mo axe kick, and then this, the composition, gorgeous. I mean, look at that. That is just such a cool idea, dude. Actually so good, dude. A horse? Bro, what? Yo, wait, that was so cool. I feel like this particular lancing stance here doesn't have quite as much anticipation as it should. If it was just moved back ever so slightly, just like that much, even if she like rotated her chest back a little bit more, like that, for example, that would give her just a little bit more of that anticipation that I would feel satisfied. But it is really, really good though. I'm gonna give her an SS. Wait, is that Neon Genesis? That's so cool, dude. She's good. I'll put her an A. But like, it's not like amazing. Official, why are you here? You took a wrong turn. Like, go home. So I'll say why this is not that great. So she keeps a really, really tight stature here. So she's got this really nice stature here. Unfortunately, right before she throws something, hypothetically upwards, she suddenly bends her torso like this. It kind of totally betrays the original stature that she had. Typically, when you bend the head, it actually has a lot of momentum. Like, our heads are pretty heavy. I don't think people realize that. So you can't just bend your chest like willy-nilly. It'll have momentum. And so you can't just like bend and bend back very easily without shaking your head literally to death. Official, you're pretty mid. That's such a cool idea. A dome of bouncing arrows. So Alicia is SS. Guys, there's way too many SS's here. Do you guys see this? There's D's for the first time, but then there's like so many SS's. This is not even fair, bro. How am I gonna find the best one out of these? It's not over? Yo. Bro, what the hell is going on? Why are these so many back-to-back amazing ultimates? This overall is incredible, but I don't like this pose. I understand why, like what they're going for is like more mermaid pose, but like it feels just a little bit awkward. Either they bend it a bit more like this so that like they lean into that mermaidiness, something like that, so it's a bit more floaty, and then have this like more flowy, right? Or you just don't bend it. It doesn't even have to be fully straight. Just a little bit more straight would feel so much better here. What I will say though is like, this is such a great pose. This is a great ending. It's so mysterious. It's got like this great buildup despite having no animation to it. I think she's an S. I'm gonna be honest, it was too busy for me to actually see what's going on. I'm sure there's something really cool going on there. A little hard to see. I give her like a A. The archer ones are interesting. There's not quite enough close-up focal length for me to like this one as much. I'll give her a strong A. Oh, what? I got disappointed. The beginning is so good. The impacts are great. So like she's actually doing some great punches here, but there's a problem with this move at the end. These have a lot of weight to them, right? Like these gauntlets, which is really cool. It's a really cool concept. She even has like this whole like wind up with her legs, which is awesome. Really, really good build up here. The issue is that from a physics standpoint, I don't think you could feasibly move forward very much. Unfortunately, they decided to move her forward a lot. So you can see here already, the gloves were here and now they're like here. Right? Like they've moved quite a bit forward. It's breaking the laws of physics to do that. The problem is that they're animating it as if the center of mass is where it would normally be for a human, which is around the torso. However, because of the huge gauntlets here, the center of mass is actually around like her chest or her head. Like it's around here. So for this pose, she would actually be here. It feels so much better if she rotates from that point and then uses the pivot around the actual center of mass as the wind up. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that. She's a B. I do like the beginning of her combo. That's so cute. However, it doesn't feel super satisfying to see these guys come together because the axes are actually all kind of jumbled. If you want it to be more satisfying, maybe find some other way to get the axes to spin together well. I really like the squash and stretch here. That's beautiful, but it's not quite enough to redeem it. I think she's a C. Wait, boob physics? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Let me rewind that real quick. Oh, I see it now. All right, S tier. I'm just kidding. What? Bro, yo, that was cool. That was cool. That was really cool. God, I want to give her an A. I can't give her any higher than that because there's not really that much animation. I like the extra arms though. That was really, really cool. Yeah, the effects and stuff are just gorgeous. Great composition too. I'd put her at the same as Hersh of the Void. The problem that I'm seeing with her is that the harp comes in a little bit too early. You see that? It's literally like in her shoulder there. Like it's literally clipping through her. If she responded a bit better to the harp being there from like a weight perspective, it would feel better. If she like spun and then placed her IK hand on the string, then it would feel like the harp was actually there. It would have a little bit of weight and that she could use that to stop her spin momentum as well in a very natural way. I have to give you a D. Yo, that was so cool. Why there's so many good ults in the end, dude? That's crazy. It's interesting because it's mostly effects. I'm not sure how much I can judge this one. Oh, but I do love this little detail here. Oh my God, guys. Do you guys see this? This is going to elevate her to S tier, I think. Look at this. She's losing her balance here because she's leaning forward because she's excited to draw. That's a really, really cool detail. Like they did not have to do that at all. Ooh, is it an SS? We have SS's in here that are not as good as that one. Holy shit, what? Bro, there's no way. Her hat just turned into a tank. Okay, there's impact frames here, guys. Oh man, I want to give this a really good rating, but there's one issue with this. It's right here. I see what they're doing because it's got this cool, like it smashes down and that's great. I wish it just stayed in the air a little bit longer. Like imagine this, right? It goes like, stays there, boom, so much better. Just a little bit of pause there would have made that feel more impactful for the beginning. It's a small thing. Everything else is perfect. It's really, really good. So she's an SS. I put her in low SS. This is so stupid. We need an SSS tier, guys. Let me rearrange this real quick. This is literally impossible. There's so many SS's. It's not even fair. Yeah, that's maybe not even that one actually. Maybe this is a good stopping point for SSS. Oh no. Oh no. There's not even that much animation, but the animation that is there is literally just godlike. She's an SSS. It's actually so good. That's so cool. Like a hula hoop blade kick sword cartwheel thing. That's so good. This girl is SSS as well. What the what is this? Holy shit. Let's talk about why this is so good real quick. Beautiful composition on this shot. Symmetrical moonshot, great lighting, great contrast, gorgeous effects. And then you go to this, which is a super strong pose. I mean, it could be stronger. It could be like this, I guess. But like, I'm not complaining because it's already really good. And then the ending is really clear. Like it lands in this section. It ripples out from that section. And just really cool design, honestly. So she is clearly an SSS. Hello? That was cool. Oh, this pose, dude. The pose that you want is this one instead, where the arm is lower rather than higher, and then you actually get more of a vertical. That's a real samurai sword pose. That feels more dynamic, feels better, and it feels less awkward, and it's also closer to the body, which is good. There's no power behind your swing if it's far away from the body. I'm gonna put her probably an A. No, honestly, a B. Whoa, hello. Wait, this is new. Oh, what the hell? Ah, impact frames. So first of all, this particular jump is lacking a little bit in weight. So if she had just a little bit more time in this pose to build up like her weight transfer onto her other leg so she can jump, that would feel better and that would feel just a bit stronger. It was a bit lukewarm for me. I didn't think the beginning was that strong. But the impact frames though, I think this gets her into S territory, but not much higher than that. Yo, what? Oh my god, dude. This is gorgeous. The missile barrage. Look at the focal length on this Raiden sword. Also gorgeous. And then this composition is fantastic. Dude, it's so badass that they have a 3-person ultimate though. Like that is such a cool idea. Imagine if like Overwatch had this shit. I would have so much fun. So how would we make this better? Because the buildup is fantastic, but like what is Kiana doing? Right? She's like, I'm gonna attack you. I'm gonna bring my sword backwards and I'm gonna come at oh, but the slash is already here. You have this giant sword, but it's not actually contributing to the impact of the thing. The sword slash could appear like this frame, and so like when the slash happens, it like happens at the last second. It's like a really strong move, and that's cool. Rather than beforehand, which is a little strange. They're an SS. It's very good, but it falls flat a little bit at the end. Oh, what? Yo, this is really cool. I wish this angle was slightly different. Ideally, you would actually get something that feels more like this. So you actually get like a chainsaw silhouette that looks like that instead. And so now you have this kind of cross section instead. It's a little bit more open, but the person will still be here, like getting cut up or whatever. You get a bit more of that follow through from the previous buildup. I would prefer that. She gets an SS. She's pretty high up there. Who is this? Nothing happened. There's not much to say about this one. It's like solid, but like it's not like a whole lot going on. Oh, she has 2 ults. Oh, different attack mode? Oh, lame. Wait, that's amazing. Like that's cool. SS for sure. No way. I applaud the effort, but I can't actually say it's good because the dancing is a little bit off. Honestly, I give her a B, mostly because dancing is really hard to get right, and it doesn't feel like quite as weighty as it should. Bro! Oh no! Wait, that was good. Oh my god, look at the pole. That's amazing. Dude, look at the smear on that pole. It's so good. For those of you guys who don't know, this is like a deformation type smear where you have a significantly exaggerated deformation to represent like motion blur. And then like right here, literally masterclass of anticipation here. Dude, honestly, I would put her top of SS. I'm not putting her in SSS because the ending doesn't hit as hard as it should. There's so much great buildup and we just get the eyeballs. You can do the eyeballs as a pause, but then I really want this to hit really hard if you're gonna do that, because otherwise all the energy just sort of dissipates and doesn't come back. Okay, Branya's got a new one and her poses are good. I'll put her in A. She's a good A tier. It's a robot that looks like Branya. I'm going to hunt down whoever made all the character designs and who decided to be like, we're just gonna have 3 characters and then we're gonna have 20 variations of each character. Some are twins, some are ancient robot versions of them, some are ancestors. I'm actually gonna die. I'm gonna pass away. Wait, hang on, guys. Did you guys watch the No Tables Hoyoverse animation? Is this not just this is a decent pose, but like this is like ding. thing. Like, I love this pose. You can see the difference, right? Like, you can see why it's better. Like, particularly like the wrist is more angled here, so it supports the gun a bit better. This is sort of just like kind of holding it, which is a little strange. I understand it's a sword-shaped gun, but it could be like, I don't know, here or something. Like the head, it could be just slightly less angled so that it's just a bit more straight on. Oh, also the shoulder here is really well done in no tables. So like having that shoulder lift a bit more would give a bit more of an accurate feel. It's a cool pose. Like it works. I wouldn't say that it's like bad, but it could be significantly better. I feel like she's probably a C. Okay. Honestly, not that good. They really shot themselves in the foot here, angling the scissors like this. You can't even see the scissors anymore because they're completely flat to the camera. Like I thought the scissors were already closed, and that's because the silhouette was just abandoned. I see what they're trying to go for because they're trying to get the scissors to cut the screen itself, but like it's not it. I don't feel it. If we wanted to feel that way, you have all the freedom in the world to do this, bro. The scissors are literally in your face, but they're still angled a little bit. Now you have something that feels like those scissors are gonna cut my face off. That's great. Even though she's a pretty cool, like it's a really cool concept, I actually kind of have to put her in C. Who are you? Why is there a boy in my all-female gacha game? The issues that he has specifically are mostly his arm and his head too. First of all, that's a little strange, right? If you imagine his head more like this, that's a better silhouette. This arm is crazy. It's going up way too high. I see how much more natural that is. So I would actually put him in B. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, this is great already. It's solid. But like this right here, the catch and then the sheath is so smooth. Such a great concept for an animation. I'm going to throw it up in the air and just catch it and perfectly sheath it at the right angle. So badass. The only thing is there's some clipping on the ground, I think. Yeah, it is. No, it is. It's clipping on the ground. This should just be like lifted a little bit. I'll put her in S, honestly. I'm not super impressed by this one because the leg actually doesn't land enough for me, like as an actual attack. Like I really, really wish this leg like filled the frame. Like the shin is like here and just like completely blocks the frame. Like it'll look weird for a frame, but then it'll be like really impactful and I'll understand like this giant block of flesh is what killed me. I think this is probably like a decent B as well. Wow. Wow. I love it up until she decides to just randomly completely change her momentum in midair, which isn't a thing that you can do. We're technically still spinning this way. And then she just goes, now I'm going to spin this way. It goes against the entire momentum, bro. It's just so sad. I'd say she's probably like a C. What? Yo, that's sick. Actually, kind of mid. So I don't know where this sword is going or why. Or it's not even a sword. It's like a attack. And then she like picks it up, which is fine. But then there's like no anticipation on the throw. As soon as you feel like you're getting close to it and you want to feel it, it just like immediately disappears. It goes away. There's a lot of like working against itself there, and it doesn't really quite feel impactful because of it. I'm gonna give it a C. Maybe even a D, to be honest. But this, on the other hand, slaps, bro. Holy shit. Dude, this is way too good. But just look at the amazing arcs here, dude. There's an arc here, then you get a counterbalance arc here. You get a counterbalance. You just immediately, you fill in all the negative space in a really beautiful way. That's how you do it with these arcs. And it pays off decently well. Yo, honestly, contender for top. Wait, that was actually pretty cool. This gun shooting really bothers me. So I'm not super comfortable with the fact that like the bullet shoots out like almost immediately after it lands as well. He's barely even had time to stabilize the barrel before it just boom. You need to stabilize the barrel before you shoot, otherwise it's gonna go off target. After this though, I was real confused on the silhouette here because it looks like a knife going the other way. So I thought her toes were pointing the other way for a second, but that's a design thing. So it's not, I can't really say anything about it. I feel like this one is a bit lackluster, but it's still really good. So I'll put it in like A. And that's it. That's all of them. Holy sh! I think overall the animations are way better than I thought, but there's also a wider variety of quality. What I do want to check is if we can actually find someone who is the best. Oh, okay, that's amazing. The champion is Hersher of Finality. Congratulations, yay! Let's take a look at Spartan Arrow again. Oh. Durandal is the winner. She is literally the best. There's no way you can beat that, man. I can't do it, dude. I can't. Let me take a look at Full Hawes again. fuck? And the winner is what? I'm dying, dude. I can't do this anymore. This is not possible, bro. There's too many of them. Well, I hope you guys are satisfied with my definitive answer. I'll see you guys next time. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.